Thanks for joining our presentation. First of all, I want to give you two numbers. Like last year, almost 480,000 people died from cancer in Germany, and got the diagnosis of having cancer, and 230,000 died. So this is quite a lot, and we wanted to face this challenge to make people's life having it more quality. And there are some main problems which the most of the cancer patients, they have it and they have to face it. And these are having depressions, because it's so hard even to only handle your daily routines, like to wake up in the morning, to take on your clothes, to brush your teeth and stuff like this, which is like for us super simple, but for them not. And here, therefore, time is it's very valuable. It's a very hard thing, because from the moment you got the diagnosis, the time is running for you. And this causes a lot of frustration also, because it is a full-time job and you have to organize everything, you have to manage it, and there's a lack of information. So basically, what do you need as a patient? You need something which helps you with your daily routines. You need something, an app which is comfortable, which is like also beautiful and you feel comfortable in it, to help you solving your daily problems. And also track some kind of your health journey, like to monitor it and to see later on how did I felt yesterday, or how did I felt last week. Probably I think this is the worst day ever, but probably last week it was better, or it was even worse. And also you need some information even before you have to check up or you have to enter it in the internet, because you don't have a clue about what you have to search for, because hopefully it is the first time that you got diagnosed with cancer, so you don't have a clue what's going to happen in the future. And therefore we thought about some things which are important for you. First of all, it is the community, having a community where you can share information, you can share your problems, you can also find people with diagnosis similar to yours, or also other people who stayed alive, who fight it against, but also people like doctors and other medicine stuff. And also for you, it would be probably important to see some events in Germany. For example, in Munich there's a breast cancer congress. You can get the information there, and it shows you on the map where the upcoming events are, and also for example, new studies for you, which you can take part of probably. Also, very important is for us to have statistics and barometers and reports for your well-being, for your health, to check it afterwards and to monitor it and to see basically, yeah, hopefully how it's getting better. And this is probably something very positive emotionally, and also very good to to see, because you see that it's getting better. And then we thought about having modular applications, so you don't have to fix something, you can choose whatever you want to. So you have applications which you can select, and also you have apps which you can include inside of the app, or probably web pages or something, which you can include by linking them there on your dashboard, so you don't have to have a mess of several apps, but you have all together in one. This was very important for us. And also they show you important apps which can be important for you, so they make proposals for you. Yeah, basically this is how our solution for that is. We created a web app which is available on iOS and also Android, and also on the monitor. And this is basically the three key points which we are focusing at. This is the emotional side, because this is very important for patients, because sometimes they don't even have the power to run through the internet and to find information there and to read through articles, because sometimes they just need a really the basic stuff, and really need an emotional something, some aid, some help. And also the community, as I mentioned before, and the medical aid which I will show you later on. So this is basically what you have to enter when you open the app. So it first makes a short checkup every time when you open the app, when you closed it before. You have there something where you can enter just random words, how you feel, And then we have the feeling barometer, which you can slide, and then you choose one of these icons, smileys. And then you see a home page, a landing page, where you have your information, which are news, which are based on your entry, on your feeling, on your mood, which can be important for you. Here you have your appointments for today, and this is a slider, so you can, it's basically running with some information, like appointments from your calendar, and also your medication alerts. And here you have the dashboard down there with the apps which you choose by yourself. So basically the calendar, it looks like this. You have a menu where you can choose what you want to do inside there. So you can see, like, every day, you can track and you can monitor how was it going and how is it going. Then you can have your appointments like in a normal calendar. You have your medication, so you can enter this there. And then it shows you never forget again to take your medication. So you also can add pictures, or you can click on them, then you get information out of the data bank. And you also can add your challenges, because sometimes this is very rudimentary stuff, what you think, but sometimes it's also good for you to monitor it and to see from the back, what did I do, what did I accomplish the last week, for example. Yeah, and this is then the community, which is for us the second focus, where we thought it was very important. There you can, like, share with other people, of course, meet other people, and we had a tandem idea where you find someone, like, I don't know if you know the Speak Tandem, where you can learn languages, like either someone who also faces the same problems that you do, or even a person who's totally healthy and who don't face any problems, health problems, but only wants to help you. I mean, going to appointments with you or something, visiting the doctors and stuff. Yeah, and then I hand over to my colleague for the technical implementation.
So, as we said, the modular kind of approach is very important for us. So we are using really the web-based technology like AngularJS together with Node.js services, where we have a running prototype we will show later on. But the idea is to use the technology of web components. Web components is an easy technology which can be used and by your root application, which is based around your well-being and the calendar and your basically your diary. But using this web components, it's actually doesn't matter if you program React, if you program Angular, if you program Vue.js. It's separate projects from your own project, meaning that the community can just start coding, having their standalone applications, and via a nice kind of process of review by the community, as well as making sure that the software is clean and there is a nice test coverage and something like that. Only selected points of application come into this kind of store. Maybe by recommendation wishes from the patients or by the community, and if they are in this kind of space, the patient is able to add them to the dashboards, or there is recommendation. So a highly flexible system, really good for this modular approach. How does it look like?
Wait, before you start, can you say you can actually access the app from a link that is shared in Slack? So if someone has a Slack app, you can...
He is so proud of that we really pulled this off, and I'm also proud of that we really got this. This app is available. The link is in Slack, and it's running in a browser. It's running on every kind of system, and with easy technologies, it can be ported to iOS or something else. How does it work? You enter, or what we see here is the dashboard. You see your current kind of feeling with some suggestions we have on you. Because we use the information from your diary, we analyze and can actually say that you have a lack of balance, that you have a need for community, that you have a need for getting out and have fun. And that way we can actually support you with suggestions to get you in a state and help you to get active. What else do we have? We have quotes of the day. So you can see here a list which is rudimentary right now, but can be more sophisticated, such that you can actually see how your mood improves over the time, such that you can get a motivating factor that it is improving, even if I feel that.
For the future, of course, we
Time's up. Almost.
We had lots of ideas. And a great team.
To be fair, what was the last slide, and share one of the best ideas for the future?
Wow, that's difficult to say because
I think the study writer is the most important one, where you can find studies especially fit for you, because this was one. I think it's a very challenging thing, but I think it's very important.
Okay, thank you.
Questions?
Questions from the jury. Jonas.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the car mode? Like, I just like took a grasp there, like for easy use when you're weak. But that doesn't mean like when you're in a car, but
No, in car mode, this is why it's car mode. Yeah, I don't know if you know, if also Spotify does it, if you are in a car and it recognizes that you are in the car, then it gets like bigger and it's like easier to handle. And this is kind of, if you feel like you're super weak and you can't even run through an application, and it gets in a like super easy handling mode, which is...
so we just show the essentials.
Yes.
it also makes import easier by supporting you to just instead of texting, for example, using audio input.
Yeah, this is... This.
Are the appointments in the calendar from my iPhone calendar, or do I have to put the dates in there?
This is easily to interchange. This is a common iCalendar format, which is exchangeable. It's from iPhone, it's Google Calendar, doesn't matter. Technology is there and can be adapted.
And with the different data that you're gathering over the time about your feelings, digestions, and all these topics, and how would you give physicians access to that, oncologists or?
It's a good question. I think this is part of monitoring, which would be a module within your application. So if you have then this module, it's more than just mood. It's blood pressure. It's what you get from smart health and things like that. A more sophisticated approach, also in need to secure data transfer and something like that. So the sharing of something like that is something which should be sophisticated in module and closed with higher security.
Yeah, Ivo?
There's no question. I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude. I slept maybe 3 hours tonight, so maybe I missed the point. So is it like, has it like a backend, or is it like a native app on the phone? I did not get this. So I like the data close on the phone, or are they like somewhere on the cloud?
It's a microservice architecture. So
So
you download the whole application on your phone, and then it's stored on your phone, and you can use it. And it's nevertheless communicating with the backend, with the server and things like that, where you also can then, for example, use the application on your iPhone or smartphone, and then easily exchange also to a web view with the same data.
It might go into too much detail, but no one has someone a more interesting question.
Yeah. Maybe,
He
please
hasn't
don't.
asked them yet.
Maybe if it's too detailed, you already.
Maybe I ask him later.
Yeah, exactly.
So you said we can add some existing apps from App Store into. You know what question comes? How about data security, privacy?
Yeah, that's my question.
Things like that.
The data itself from the basic app, it's always safe, and you need to enable other apps to access it, like you would do with your phone or something like that. Usually what you would do is during the review process, review how data security and something like that is handled. And if you have severe and critical apps for data exchange, you usually would also consider in the application process or commitment process if they are conform with certifications like ISO 20001 and things like that.
So I have to do it on my own.
No.
Or
Every app which is there is approved by the community, so it is safe.
but the ones from App Store.
Yeah, I can
It is
that.
approved by the community. It is.
I mean, we proposed there the consensus foundation, which is part of actually the external apps which we involve. And this foundation approves actually that this app is safe and the data security is actually also going in correspondence with our ecosystem. And if not, we will get to them. This is the foundation which is proposed there, which is called a consensus foundation.
And we don't see data security as a feature and listed it here because we think data security is a must. It's not a feature, it's something you should comply and must comply.
I just asked because some of the apps I use to sell your data to some nutrition coaches or so, and I just don't want.
Yes, absolutely.
Any further questions?
Which logo did you use? I mean,
We just used the default logo by
okay.
this guy over there.
The logo was already so good, we didn't think we needed it.
How do the apps communicate to each other?
Usually you have a central data storage, and if the apps they have their own token, that is how they are stored in the App Store. And if you enable the communication, you also enable the different layers of information you want to share with this application.
Okay, so I think thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is it. All right, so now I think the jury, please listen. Now the jury has, I think, a really